Redditto is one match away from being the ARC World Tour Guilty Gear Strive Champion.
I was feeling like I got this.
Afterwards, but he just goes into the sword toss. He clips him. He kills him. Redditto, one round away.
There's nothing to be thinking, like worried about. I shouldn't be overthinking. Just do the thing.
The overhead hits and Redditto, your ARC World Tour 2024 Guilty Gear Strive Champion.
Bringing it home in Southern California. You can see the Shrine Auditorium losing their minds.
Alright, hi, I'm Redditto. I got into fighting games. It's a little bit of a long story, but I got into fighting games because I watched the Smash documentary in 8th grade. Afterwards, it kind of like snowballed. I started watching more Smash events, and then Beyond the Summit, or they announced the Dragon Ball Fighter Summit, and I watched that, and I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. So I bought Dragon Ball Fighters. I was playing that really casually, and then I just kept trying to improve, like as most gamers do. And then COVID hit, and I was just watching a lot of fighting game YouTube, a lot of like tournaments randomly, a bunch of different games. And then Sajam starts making a lot of Guilty Gear content, and I was like, oh my god, this game looks insane. And then Strive came out, and I finished my last final for my first year of college, and I just started playing. Funnily enough, I did not have an Ethernet cable for all this entire time, so I was just playing on Wi-Fi, terrorizing like a lot of the gamers on. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go on Amazon right now, buy an Ethernet cable, and sign up for a NetPlay bracket. And then it kind of just went on from there. When I was in 5th grade, I needed a Minecraft username, and as most children were, I was really into Pokemon, and I just kept going through the combinations, and this one just stuck. I think it was the Cloud series for the beginning of Strive. I think that was the first bracket I've ever entered. I think the moment I turned on the game, I picked her, and I was like, I pressed / and I was like, yeah, this is it. So the first Evo in 2022 was the first one I've ever been to, like my first major. So I kind of put a little bit of expectations on myself, because I was like, I know I can do it. I feel like I'm pretty good. I can probably do pretty good. And then I got to where I kind of expected I would be, and then I lost my winner set really close, and I was like, oh my god, you know what, it's fine, I'll make the losers run. And then I didn't. Ended up 33rd that year. So then I was like, okay, you know what, it happens, first one. And then next year I was like, okay, my path is looking even better. I feel like I've improved a lot. And then I had to end up fighting Nubenheimer, who I had to play at the local a lot, so I was really familiar with him. But he was just on a different mode that day. I got destroyed. I think after I lost to him, I had to fight Sechi from the UK, and his auto was too different from who I'm usually practicing with, so I didn't play my best. I ended up 9th, which was like, you know what, 9th is pretty close to top 8. I'll take it. Last year, the same thing happened again. I was one off of top 6 winner side. I put a little bit too much pressure on myself, and then Tatama destroyed me as well. And then I had to fight Umisho immediately, who has beaten me almost all the time online. So I was really nervous, and then I closed it out against them. Had to fight Varix immediately right after I finished that set, and he's the reigning world champ, so I was like, oh my god. But luckily I closed it out against him as well. And after that, I was like, I made top 6 in my first major. I'm so happy, like, oh my god. I don't really care what happens Sunday, like, I got an Evo medal. What happens, happens. And then immediately, my first set of the day is against Jack. Is someone who I played all the time on NetPlay. And I was like, oh my god, who cares? And then closed the close one against him as well. And then I was like, okay, I'm happy with where I am now. And I fight Zondo. I was not really comfortable against his character at all, but I'm just gonna do what I do best and just play, and that worked out well, I think. Yeah, and then it was Nitro for losers finals, and I was like, this guy is so much better than me. The matchup is also very hard, and he's playing amazing. So I got destroyed by him, and I was like, you know what, 3rd is pretty good.
And in 3rd, we have Redditto!
I think last year's LCQ, I put too much pressure on myself, or I was confident going into them, but when I ended up playing them, I fumbled the bag. But like this year, I put more prep into the matchups I was really struggling with, and then I got a different result.
Extend the recovery of the normal to get a clean whip punish. Redditto is in ARC World Tour Finals.
Yeah, I think I knew I for sure could do it. Like, Ramlethal got way stronger, and I think my skills have gotten better, so it kind of multiplied, and I got a pretty good path this year as well. So yeah.
From max distance, had the meter react to the Rekka. Windshield wipers, not enough though.
Kepler just barely holding on for dear life here. How much magic you got in here? The Zuna drop with the bear stuff.
I think my mentality that day was whatever happens, happens, because I already achieved my goal, so anything more than that's a bonus. And then I think Group D had a lot of matchups I was really practicing for, so it kind of helped out a lot in my comfort.
The Toomey gotta dig down deep, but it's not gonna happen. Redditto closes out Group D undefeated and takes his spot in winner side top 8.
Because my first round was Jonathan Tene, who is someone I played a lot and I talked with him a lot about the game and stuff, I was like, it's a 50-50 coin toss. I think either of us can win, and whoever of us will win probably has the highest chance of making grand finals that day. So I didn't try to go for extra practice against other souls or anything. I think it would mess me up. So I just went in like, you know, just play like how I normally do, and then it worked out. After watching Ring and Chorara set, it was so close that I was like, oh my god, I'm kind of scared. But because Ring came on top and I've played him before at like Evo and casuals before, I was like, yeah, I got it. I've been practicing against Go Lewis a lot prior to the weekend, so I was like, at least it's a comfort matchup instead of like Sin or Kai with Chorara play. And I've never played him before, and that kind of scared me even more. So I felt kind of lucky at the moment.
Rang with the burst, sword toss available, and the whip punish clears the deal. Redditto 12-1.
Because it was between Tatama and Ring, who I both beat in the past 2 days, I was feeling like I got this. There's nothing to be worried about. I shouldn't be overthinking, just do the thing. I think the only time I've ever popped off in tournament was Evo last year, because that was the first time and I was like, I could do it. And then at AWT, it kind of just happened. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I proved myself today. I think it just happened to be my day, because there's a lot of players I respect in this game, and I genuinely think they're better than me for the most part. But that day I don't know, I was on a roll, so I do think I played I don't think I played my best, but I think I played the best at that event that time. I haven't really planned that far ahead yet, so I was gonna, I don't know, take it easy. But I will be going to Evo Japan and probably Evo. But anything else, I'm still deciding, and hopefully I can go with a sponsor. Thanks everybody for the support. I know my character is kind of broken right now, but I do think I'm pretty good at first, so sorry.